where success meets psychology in Paulina's way. Strengthen your mindset every week. Success story every Wednesday. Traders who broke through their limits. Psychology session every Friday. Join now. Hit the bell. One session could change your trading forever. Funding Pips. Built by traders for traders.
Welcome traders to another trading psychology series by Funding Pips. My name is Paulina and I am your trading psychology coach. Today we will be giving away two 50k two-step pro accounts. Please bear with me and I'm going to tell you later in a video how to enter in order to get a chance to win the account. And let's start this session. Today's session is going to be an interesting one because let me tell you one thing. You're not a trader yet. Controversial, right? But if you can't hold your focus for 10 minutes, you're not a trader. You are someone that is trying to trade and the market is not forgiving and it doesn't care about your trading potential, about your talent, and about who you can become. The market cares about one thing, and that is disciplined execution in the market. And in today's session, I'm not teaching you on how to breathe or meditate. I'm going to teach you how to train like a cognitive athlete. This is your brain gym. Brain gym for traders. And it's how you rewire your identity for high performance execution in the markets. Get ready because this isn't about motivation. It is about neuroplasticity in action. So in order for you to train like an athlete, instead of thinking how to focus or how to breathe more, we need to frame everything as cognitive athleticism. And we need to teach you how to train like an athlete using neuroscience-based drills, environmental designs, and identity reconstruction methods used in elite performance circles. This isn't about showing up better. It is about a new mental architecture that resists overstimulation in the markets, makes focus more automated when you are participating in the markets, and embeds your trader identity into daily life. So we are going to utilize three key psychological frameworks in what we are going to go through today. And that is cognitive load theory, that is neuroplasticity and cue-based training, and it is the flow state and pre-performance routines. Those three theories are going to be tied in to your trading performance, and I am going to give you examples of a trader who is applying the theory and the trader who does the opposite and is a losing trader in the markets. At the end of this series, I'm also going to give you solutions on how to improve your cognition and your performance in the markets and how to apply it in order for you to become an athlete-like mindset when it comes to trading. So let's start with cognitive load theory. What is a cognitive load theory? Cognitive load theory is about having too much mental clutter. It's about poor decision making. Because when your high performance drops, or rather your high performance drops when the brain is overwhelmed by too many competing inputs. Traders must reduce the load before execution. Otherwise, when your brain is too busy, how are you expecting yourself to access information from your working memory? Your working memory is limited when you are feeling overloaded. So your brain can't process risk, can't process execution, can't process the rules properly. And it defaults to shortcuts, and it defaults to biases, and it defaults to panic and over-risking in the market. So let me give you examples. There is trader A that has no cognitive management. Trader A has opened 8 charts with different pairs. Trader A checks the news, Twitter, Discord, Telegram, WhatsApp, tracks 5 pairs at the same time, has 3 positions open, but neither of those positions are executed according to clear rules. Trader A gets stopped out, re-enters emotionally, his daily drawdown, and at the end, that trader is going to say, I got overwhelmed and I just reacted. I don't know what happened. What is the outcome of that? Overtrading, inconsistency, mismanagement of the risk. Whereas if you are trader B and you apply the load theory, you will trade 1 pair, 1 session, you will limit your setup checklist and your entry checklist to maybe 3 to 5 steps. You will plan maybe 2 trade scenarios, and you are going to close all of the noise and only be focused on being on the charts. You're going to keep a small notepad next to you, and you are not going to overload your brain. And whatever you go through, whatever thoughts you're experiencing, you will utilize the notepad and write about the emotions that you are experiencing to distract yourself from the noise and keep your brain engaged on what matters, which is your trading plan. Now, that is going to help you to enter cleaner entries, have zero hesitation, and execute from clarity rather than chaos. Because when you are constantly overstimulated, your nervous system never resets. You become reactive, not just in trading and on the charts, but also in life. You will be impatient, you will be scattered, and you will be unable to finish your tasks. But by managing the load and by focusing on things one by one, you will think better, you will speak slower, and you will live calmer from more of an intention. Last Wednesday, we spoke with a trader during the success story, and that's precisely what he said, that he was overwhelming himself with 10 different things until he actually focused on one thing at the time, because there is this famous saying, you can do anything, but not everything. And I completely agree with that, because a lot of the times, less is more, where you put more focus, more intention. And even if you go for that daily one-to-one risk-reward ratio, like our trader does in success stories, and that is going to and that enabled him actually to receive consistent rewards from funding pips, and he has changed his life as well as the life of his loved ones. Now, let's talk about number 2, which is paired neuroplasticity, and that is a neural cue stack. So what is really helpful, and this is where we talked about it when we talked about habits, is pairing physical cues with mental states. So that rewires your brain faster, essentially. So intentional repetition tied to specific triggers builds faster, stronger neural patterns, and you don't get better at focusing, you rewire who you are. So your brain builds habits faster when you intentionally pair it with physical action, with mindset shift. This creates automated response to a specific situation, like a switch. So you are able to encode a certain habit with certain emotion and self-regulate, or remind yourself that you need to self-regulate. So I give you examples in trading. Trader A, no cues association. They wake up in the morning, roll out of bed, no routine, no reset. Every day starts with anxiety and with impulsive decision making. After a loss, that trader goes straight into YouTube or revenge trades, or tries to distract themselves back to the market. They try to execute again. They go to pairs, they never trade. They go to gold, they go to this, go to that. Execute, execute, execute. There is no identity anchor there. There is nothing that holds that trader down, and there is no prefrontal activation of the logic. Everything is emotional. Now, when you have an example of trader B who uses the neural cue stack, they would wake up and, let's say, tap their fingers twice before opening the charts. Say out loud, today I execute with patience. They would listen to the same 30-second audio to calm their nerves down. After a loss, they would do a fixed breathing routine, and they would journal in the same notebook, in the same seat, what just happened in the markets, what they went through, and engage in the same repetitive routine. Now, why does it matter? Because that mental state is predictable, and trader B, by following the same routine over and over again, enters a flow state faster and stays composed in challenging situations in the markets, because your habits outside of your trading will mirror your identity. So when you pair cues with intention, you start to act like the person you are becoming, even in how you handle stress, feedback, and even conflict in your daily life, not just on the charts. Now, you may wonder, why did I say to use the clicking the finger? Because when you, for example, get up and you click the fingers twice and say, today I am going to pay attention to risk management, I'm going to take only high quality setups. And when you are going to pair it with an action, then once you do it enough times, you are actually applying coding between habit, between your brain state. And then once you are going to be on the charts one day and you're going to be in a losing trade, you can go boom, boom. And it's like a hypnosis. It reminds you that this action is about calmness in your brain. So this is what really works for athletes. And they are using that a lot during the games. If you notice, tennis players, footballers, they have certain routines that they engage in exact for that reason, to enter the flow state, to not allow for the emotional brain and for your nervous system to take over. Now, environmental design, the mental gym, so-called. Your mental space is one thing, but your physical space and your environment trains your mental state. Flow comes from calmness. It comes from clarity. And your skills are going to align in such a way. And it's like a muscle memory that you have to apply. Your environment is the invisible hand that shapes your behavior, because how you treat your environment or how you become in your environment is how you are going to be on the charts as well. Most traders underperform because their trading environment is too familiar, chaotic, and multitask friendly. So I give you an example. Trader A trades everywhere. Trades from the bed, from the couch, from the cafe. Same laptop used for gaming, for social media. Often trades whilst YouTube plays in the background or watching TV show. Has food as a distraction around the desk. Your brain then is wired to associate your trading schedule with randomness, comfort, lack of precision, and just a lot of different things. Whereas if you design your trading space as your trading space, and you only use that desk when you are trading, you, for example, put a monitor or a quote next to your monitor, I am trading from intention, or you clean your workspace daily, like you make it a ritual to make sure everything is sorted, or use the same playlists of calming music or the same routine, or you execute the same sessions. It all becomes more structured, because the structure on the charts has to come also from your environment, your mental space, and everything that you do, because you cannot detach yourself from your environment and be a completely different person on the charts. You have to be that person in life as well as on the charts. And what is the outcome of you actually implementing all of those things? Well, the space itself primes you for focus. Imagine if you are walking into a messy room, you are going to be shaken up a little, but if you are walking into a place of calmness, then that is going to help you to enter that state of calmness. Notice that environments, music, lighting has a huge impact on the way that you feel. It's designed to make you feel a certain way. So when you start treating your space with respect and with purpose, and you carry that discipline everywhere, your home becomes calmer. Your work becomes calmer. Your conversations with people become clearer. Your identity of being a calm and collected person integrates with your trading identity. Your environment integrates with your trading identity. And all of that is going to start showcasing on the charts. I used to personally be a trader where on my charts I had so many drawings. Oh, this may happen, this may happen, this may happen, this may happen. Now I still do top-down analysis, but on my charts you may find 3 to 4 lines maximum. I establish the direction of the market. I mark where's the daily open. I mark there is 4-hour daily open. I mark the key level. And I understand what is my bias, where am I going, where is my key level, how I'm going to execute. That's it. There is not thousands of boxes, thousands of explanations. It's very simple and straightforward. If I'm unable to establish the direction of the market, I am wrong about the direction of the market, let it be. That's absolutely fine. But there is a certain routine I engage in order to execute clearly. And those days are my best execution days. So all of that builds your identity, and your execution becomes identity based. You don't just trade based on the strategy, you trade based on who you believe you are. Who you believe you are. It doesn't matter what others believe you are. It's who you believe you are. That if you see yourself as an emotional or impatient, if you see yourself in such a way, your actions will reflect it, especially under pressure, because your identity is going to reinforce your subconsciousness, and your subconsciousness is going to be forced during high pressure environments, and it's going to showcase in lack of consistency. So let's think about trader A and trader B. We have trader A, who's outcome-based identity. So that trader thinks, if I win today, I'm a good trader. If I lose today, I suck. It's like saying that it's showcasing lack of stability in the way that you believe in your trading skills. If you are going to say to yourself, I always mess up, at the end of the day, I'm going to lose anyway, I'm going to give everything back to the market, or I'm not built for consistency, or I can't do this. This is going to spiral you out of control, especially after experiencing losses in the markets. And you will self-sabotage, you will engage in that emotional roller coaster, and you can't build compounding consistency because you are going to build on that compounding negative self-image. But if you're a trader who's identity-based trained trader, you will have your manifesto where you'll be like, I wait for clarity. I don't need to rush. After a loss, I still followed my rules. I am proud that I followed the rules, and then I have journaled. And I have very technical execution. This is how you will be able to become who you are in the markets, because that is going to build confidence in you. You have to repeat to yourself the trader that you believe you are, because your belief system has a huge impact in the way that you carry yourself as a person in the markets and how you react to the markets under pressure. If I am in a loss in the markets, or if I breach an account, or if I am in drawdown, I will be okay at the end. I am maybe in a drawdown for a period of time, but that's just a drawdown. I'll be all right at the end of it. And if you believe in yourself, this will have a profound impact on the way you will start aligning your trading and your trading identity, and how you will develop self-respect. And you will start trusting yourself on the things that you say in the charts. That even after messing up a little bit, or breaking your rules, or being in drawdown because you have overtraded, when you say to yourself, okay, I had a bit of a spiral here, but now I'm going to implement my self-boundaries. I know that my decision-making, clear decision-making, can actually fix this. You are putting yourself on that trajectory of recovery, because you stop reacting, you are creating who you are, you are creating the path to recovery, and you have full confidence that you are going to achieve it. because you have self-respect and self-belief. And I know that majority of traders blame the distraction, okay? But that distraction is causing the overload in you. And when you have too much information in front of you and you are trying to do too many things at the same time, that is going to have a huge impact on your performance. You need to set an intention for how you want to improve your performance in the market, because at the end of the day, you are an athlete in the markets. I always give it as an example, what is the truth. And athletes, though, always train. So when you see, for example, boxers and they win their boxing match and they become the best heavyweight champion, they don't stop training. They continuously train. Only because they win one fight, they don't stop training. They continuously train. It's all about habits. It's all about identity. It's all about the discipline. It's the same in trading. Not one trade, not one challenge, not one reward is going to solve it all. It's the continuous work and definition of ourselves in terms of our skill set, in terms of our mindset, and in terms of our approach and discipline. So I want you to start defining your trading intention, because your intention of where you want to take your trading is going to help you to build a path. A lot of traders do not know where they are going. Okay? And actually, before I go into that topic, I want to now let you know how to enter in order for you to have the ability to win 250K challenge accounts. After we finish this session, or during this session, in fact, you comment underneath and tell us what was your favorite part about this session and what are the topics you would like me to talk about next. That's extremely important to us, because I want to see the influence of the session and what it has. And also I want to understand what would you like us to bring next in terms of trading psychology topics, and we are going to explore those topics in the coming weeks. We are going to announce the winner in the next Thursday blog, so you have till Wednesday to enter. You can continuously comment and have your entries, and 2 people will be lucky to get 250K 2-step pro challenge accounts with funding pips. But now, intention. Let's think about intention. Where are you going? Because that is extremely important. Write a clear intention for each trading session. For example, today I will only take high probability trades that meet 3 of my entry criteria, or 3 of my analysis criteria, regardless of the market noise. Direction of the market, key level, entry model. 3, done. And that should be visible on your desk, or it should be written in large letters on your trading view before you take a trade. You need to keep it visible. You need to have it there in front of you, because that is your intention for the trading session. Number 2, I need you to install some kind of ritual. Don't just wake up, take your phone and start trading. Create even a short routine to train your brain that before you enter into the market, there is a routine that you are going to follow. Close all browser tabs. Often what I do, if I enter a trading session, I may put my phone on focus mode, because I execute on my phone actually. I analyze here, but I execute on my phone. And then I put it on the focus mode so the notifications do not distract me, especially during my trading window. You can play certain music in the background that calms you down, or you can read the intention that you have set for yourself, which is from step 1. Some type of routine that regulates you and that you engage in all the time, and there is no unnecessary disturbances. That makes your intention physical and harder to break. And that is really key in all of this. Step 3, use intention filters for trade selection. Once you have set your intention, once you have done your routine, number 3 is, okay, does this actually meet my entry criteria? Is my risk defined? What risk am I going with? 1%, 0.5%, 2%? Am I trading from my bias? Or have I seen someone on Discord or Twitter or whatever say the opposite to my bias and now I am influenced? You need to be very clear and confident in your answers. If there is hesitation, you're not ready to trade that day and you should skip that trading session. Step 4, create mid-session checkpoints. Whether you are a scalper, day trader, or swing trader, or intraday trader, you should have if you're a scalper, every 15 to 30 minutes, a kind of checkup with yourself. If you're a day trader, maybe every 30 to 60 minutes. Am I still trading from my intention, or have I drifted into reacting because now I'm becoming emotional, because I'm becoming impatient, or because my setup has run away from me? Adjust your posture, breathe, reread your statements, reread your intention for the day. Stay conscious, go for a little break, walk, grab water, come back. Am I there? Am I conscious? Am I still focused, or is my focus dropping? All of those things are extremely important. Anchor your intention and have a 2-minute review at the end of trading session. 2 minutes. Instead of just, okay, I've executed a winning trade, because winning trades can make you lazy. They will, especially if you're on a winning streak during a week, during a month, it will make you skip your journaling, your reviews, checking in with yourselves, because you think now you've cracked the market. 2 minutes after trading, did I follow my intention? Did I follow my rules? If I did not follow my rules or intention, what happened? What's one adjustment for tomorrow? What did I learn from the markets today? That reinforces being intentional in the markets and conscious about what you have learned, what you haven't. And protect that intention outside of the chart. That's step number 6. Avoid consuming excessive trading opinions. Sometimes I was trading, scrolling on Twitter, and I saw people posting their analysis, their trades, their opinions, and that was swaying me. None of that. No social media until I'm finished trading. At the end of the day, I can scroll through and see what other traders took, what not, what is their opinion on the fundamentals, this and the other. But for the time being, I'm just following my own analysis and sentiment in the market. You need to separate yourself, your execution, from social media and from being swayed by what other traders think about what should happen in the market. I hope this is very clear, because this is something that is going to help you to elevate your trading. And you need to understand how to execute with clarity and not the chaos, and how to become mental minimalists, that when you come to the charts, there is a routine you follow for trading. The rest does not matter. That is the main focus. Whether that is the focus for 15 minutes because you're a scalper and you only have 15 minutes window, or whether you are trading the whole trading session, it does not matter. You need to have the intention, and you need to block out the same time, you have the same rhythm. And that's how athletes peak. And I tell you from my own story. I used to trade London session, New York session, every possible session. Then I started trading some parts of London session and some parts of New York session. But what I have actually noticed, it's not the London Open and it's not the New York Open. It's the particular time after New York session when the volume kicks in, and those are my best trading performing days. And now I may look at the charts because I'm interested what happened overnight, what were the moves over the Asian session. I understand the markets, but my execution period is during that window. I either get it or I don't, but that is where my most success came from. And that's what I'm going to double down on. Instead of trying to reinvent the wheel or trying to become the greatest trader during London session and go against my statistics, I am going to just focus on that. And your brain loves the rhythm. Your brain loves familiarity. Why? Because markets are already unfamiliar territory for our brain. There is data, that hasn't been printed yet, and us as traders have to predict whether the market will go up or down and time our entries, etc. So you having predictability in your trading day and in your environment is the key to your trading performance. And I know this may be silly for you, but that's how our brains work. So that is going to really, really help you in performing well in the markets. So I really hope that you have enjoyed this session, and I really hope that you are going to help yourself to execute better in the markets, because you need to train your brain. That is the key. Your brain is a muscle. Same like you have muscles and you go to the gym and you do certain repetitions to grow that muscle. You have to do exactly the same for your habits, for your brain, for your willpower. And that machine, your beautiful brain, is going to help you to utilize your full potential in the markets based on systems, based on risk management, based on the technicals that you are learning or have learned or you are trying to implement in the markets. Because at the end of the day, you can have the best trading analysis, you could have the best skill set, but if you don't have the mental capacity to execute it correctly in the markets, this is what you are going to struggle. So don't become dependent on the distraction. Don't be scared of the pressure in the markets. Prepare yourself for the pressure in the markets, because the pressure in the markets is never going to change. You are your cognitive athlete, and your job is to train like a cognitive athlete. Your job is to eat well, to look after yourself, to hydrate well, to minimize noise in your environment, to minimize noise on your charts, to go through certain routines and allow yourself to flourish as a trader. So if you're ready to train deeper, if you're ready to implement the psychological solutions to your trading strategy in order for you to flourish, this is where you have to begin to do the work. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Again, if you would like to take part in the giveaway, comment under this video and tell me, what did you like about this trading psychology session? And also in the same comment after the space, tell me what you would like me to talk about next. Those are your entries for the giveaway, and you have till Wednesday next week to enter. And during next Thursday blog, Trading Psychology blog, we are going to announce the winners. Guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Have a most wonderful weekend, and I really hope that this weekend you are going to start to implement these. Like, subscribe not to miss those sessions, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Where success meets psychology in Paulina's way. Strengthen your mindset every week. Success story every Wednesday. Traders who broke through their limits. Psychology session every Friday. Join now. Hit the bell. One session could change your trading forever. Funding Pips. Built by traders for traders.